For decades, the world has strived to form a bridge that allows for a green transition towards renewable energy. However, more often than not, one of the major challenges has been an infrastructure developed expressly around conventional sources of energy, that is, fossil fuels. So, what happens when you cannot start from scratch and yet cannot avoid the change? What happens when an unstoppable force meets an immovable object? You innovate. That is the India way. Welcome to New India Junction. I'm Nivedita Tiwari, and today let us take a ride on the renewable energy train. Today our lives are defined by energy, what we use, what we produce, and how we do it. India has emerged as a rapidly developing country, one of the fastest. Naturally, our demand for energy is far more, currently at almost 383 gigawatts. But so is our responsibility for sustainable growth. Today, in more aspects than one, the world looks at India to answer many questions. Be it implementation, administration, or, and by far the most important, innovation. The current government, with Prime Minister Narendra Modi at its helm, has always been known to look out for out-of-the-box solutions. So, while many claimed India's ratifications at global forums like the Paris Climate Accord as ambitious, the top Indian minds were already at work trying to find the best possible path to achieving our goals. The words, "We are the first generation to have felt the effects of climate change, and sadly, we are also the last one that can do anything about it," hold true for the PM Modi-led government. No other Prime Minister was faced with this conundrum, one that compels you to fuel national capacity building while simultaneously presenting challenges for sustainability. India's approach to renewable energy has been one that finds mention even in our centuries-old culture: to integrate, adapt, and become stronger. The national drive for producing more and more clean energy is based on incorporating new sources and a rapidly evolving infrastructure with our conventional framework. As part of its commitment to the global cause of sustainability, India has set itself some extremely steep targets. For example, the production of 175 gigawatt of energy through renewable sources by 2022. This will have to be achieved through the basic framework of 100 gigawatt from solar, 60 gigawatt from wind, 10 gigawatt from biomass, and 5 gigawatt from small hydropower. As of today, with 2 years still to spare, India manages to produce 134 gigawatt of its energy through non-fossil fuels, with over 28 gigawatt through solar power alone. As proposed, India is already on the way to meet its renewable energy goals. As of March 31st, 2019, India has successfully integrated 28.2 gigawatt through solar energy, 35.6 gigawatt through wind energy, 9.8 gigawatt through biomass, and 4.6 gigawatt through small hydropower projects. It is interesting to note that India is also producing an additional 100 megawatts through waste disposal, which can theoretically supply energy to almost 2,000 houses for a whole year. Now let's talk about India's global commitment for sustainable energy production. In 2015, just a year after PM Modi assumed his leadership role, India jointly laid the foundation for the International Solar Alliance with France. Over a span of just 5 years, this energy-positive consortium has grown with a membership of 86 countries, with another 122 countries as prospective members. The International Solar Alliance factors in Sun-Belt nations, that is, the countries lying between the Tropic of Cancer and the Tropic of Capricorn, and aims to collectively address key challenges to scale up solar energy applications by mobilizing $1,000 billion in this direction by 2030. The International Solar Alliance is an important facet of the Government of India energy or solar diplomacy model. The signing of a green strategic partnership with Denmark and its entry into the International Solar Alliance serves as a prime and most recent example. Moreover, energy positivity is almost directly linked with energy efficiency. The participation of Indian people to make the country a hub for clean energy production is paramount. The same energy savings are known to contribute substantially for green energy integration in national infrastructure. It is with positive and pragmatic initiatives like the Sera Week, Reinvest Summit 2020, Green Strategic Partnerships that India's renewable energy hopes are boosted. Surprisingly, that is not just all that we are doing. The ISA has also been chosen to implement India's visionary initiative to implement its One Sun, One World, One Grid plan. Under the One Sun, One World, One Grid plan, India aims to link geographically distant regions like the West with countries like Saudi Arabia, UAE and Afghanistan, with the East with countries like Myanmar, Vietnam and Thailand in a continuous transnational grid of clean energy. And this is just phase 1. The complete plan is spread over 3 phases and will conclude with global interconnection. As we have set for ourselves another reminder to achieve targets with an increased aim to reach 450 gigawatt of renewable energy by 2030, the government is functioning in overdrive to spread this mission. The existing infrastructure is being merged with new developments through schemes like the Green Energy Corridor. These corridors will be bringing out green energy from remote locations like Lahaul and Spiti in Himachal Pradesh, Barmer in Rajasthan, and Rewa in Madhya Pradesh and incorporate it with the national and eventually the international grid. Moreover, our stringent quality norms for equipment procurement have allowed for modules, be it for solar or wind energy, to have a significantly longer life. On the other hand, India is also building complementary capacity by bringing in long-term investments and partnerships aimed at creating energy-positive structure through storage. Electric transportation through trains and cars is, of course, an added bonus. With a robust plan, a committed government, and proactive implementation, another green revolution seems to be on the cards. Only this time, it would be one that deals with energy. Keep watching New India Junction. Namaste.